Om Shanti, everyone. Welcome once again to our Thursday Zoom sessions. Today is a very special day. We have a very special guest from Los Angeles, Sister Vinu. She's going to introduce herself a little later. She has many surprises for us today. We have singers. We have two singers today. We have Roberta giving us a beautiful performance. And today is a day of blessings. It's celebrating God's Day all over the world for many Indian souls. And many souls are celebrating God's Day today. And we also have the chief of Brahma Kumari's World Spiritual Organization who left her body today. So it's really a double celebration. She's reached her angelic stage. So I'm going to start the beginning of the program, welcoming all of you with lots and lots of love. I just want to say a few words about what I think about Shivratri, my personal feelings. God's elevated versions. Children, I am immortal. I am living, ignited light. I am the lamp, which is Diva, and I'm never extinguished. The lamps of all human souls ignite and are extinguished. I'm the one who then awakens all of them because I'm the one who gives light and might. However, there is definitely a difference between the light of God and the light of souls. Bulbs, for instance, some have greater power and others have less power. In the same way, some souls have greater power and other souls have less power. However, God's power is not more or less. And this is why it is said of God that he is almighty authority and that he has greater power than all the souls in the world. Today is an auspicious day of awakening all the darkness within and allowing our soul to receive all the vibrations of purity in thoughts, in love, and in harmony. Today, we also lost the chief head of the Brahma Kumari's World Spiritual Organization. Give me 1 second. Rajyogini Brahma Kumari Dadi Ji, affectionately known as Dadi Gulzar, has been associated with the Brahma Kumaris right from the inception since the tender age of 8 years old in 1937. Having undergone all aspects of training from such early beginnings, she's now recognized as a great yogi, much sought after for enlightenment and attaining mental concentration, peace of mind, stability in meditation, and emotional control. She is committed to living and teaching the values and the elevated spiritual principles which come from the ancient teachings of Raja Yoga. She has set up more than 8,000 Raja Yoga centers in 140 countries around the world. And now she has left us with her jewels of knowledge. Thank you. So to start our meditation, I'd like to welcome Anila Lalwani, who is from New Jersey. And she is so passionate. Oh, hold on. Something went on here. She's so passionate about singing her songs to God, and she is one of our best singers here. So I'd like to welcome Anila.
Om Shanti, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Okay. Om Shanti, good evening, everyone. Shivratri is the night dedicated to the Hindu god Lord Shiva. He is the subject of deep wonder and worship so widely all over India. Indian culture, traditions, and festivals have a specific divine energy. This divine energy is given a name and form for us to understand the virtues, qualities, and blessings clearly. One among energies and the presiding energy is Shiva. So Shiva is auspiciousness, Shiva is life, and Shiva is potential. Shiva is all-encompassing, the universal soul or consciousness. Meditating on Shiva leads to Ananda, which means bliss. I will be singing a short hymn dedicated to Lord Shiva for his divine grace, energy on this very powerful night. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Hare Hare Bole, Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Hare Hare Bole, Namah Shivaya, Someshwaraya Shiva, Someshwaraya, Hare Hare Bole, Namah Shivaya, Someshwaraya Shiva, Someshwaraya, Hare Hare Bole, Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Hare Hare Bole, Namah Shivaya, Parmeshwaraya Shiva, Parameshwaraya, Hare Hare Bole, Namah Shivaya, Parameshwaraya Shiva, Parameshwaraya, Hare Hare Bole, Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Hare Hare Bole, Namah Shivaya, Bhuteshwaraya Shiva, Bhuteshwaraya, Hare Hare Bole, Namah Shivaya, Bhuteshwaraya Shiva, Bhuteshwaraya, Hare Hare Bole, Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Hare Hare Bole, Namah Shivaya, Gangeshwaraya Shiva, Gangeshwaraya, Hare Hare Bole, Namah Shivaya, Gangeshwaraya Shiva, Gangeshwaraya, Hare Hare Bole, Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Hare Hare Bole, Namah Shivaya.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Anila. That was amazing. That was really, really amazing. It was very, very blissful and peaceful. Thank you. Thank you so much. Om Shanti. I'd like to introduce our second guest today, Kiran Moorjani, who's also one of our best singers in the community. Kiran Moorjani is from New Jersey. She sings, it's her first time singing with us today. She sings with a lot of love and light. She's learned music from her father and has served many communities for several years. Her passion and love for music and her gentle voice brings us into a stage of soul consciousness. Let's welcome Kiran Moorjani. Kiran, are you here, darling? Can't hear you.
Om Shanti.
Om Shanti, Kiran. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Namah Shivaya. Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Hari Om Namah Shivaya. Hari Om Namah Shivaya. Hari Om Namah Hari Om Namah Shivaya. 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 Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari Om. Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari Om. Hari Om Namah Shivaya. 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 Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari Om. Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari Om. Hari Om Namah Shivaya. Hari Om Namah Shivaya. Hari Om Namah Shivaya. Hari Om Namah Shivaya. Shiva Shiva He, Hara Hara He, Narayana Hari Om, Narayana Hari Om. Shiva Shiva He, Hara Hara He, Narayana Hari Om, Narayana Hari Om. Shankar Mahadev Narayan Hari Om, Narayan Hari Om. Shankar Mahadev Narayan Hari Om, Narayan Hari Om. Paramatma Antaryami. Paramatma Antaryami. Paramatma Antaryami. Paramatma Antaryami. Narayana Hari Om, Narayana Hari Om, Narayana Hari Om, Narayana Hari Om. Narayana, Narayana, Jaya Govinda Hare. Narayana, Narayana, Jaya Gopal Hare. Narayana, Narayana, Jaya Govinda Hare. Hare Narayana, Narayana, Jaya Gopal Hare. Narayana, Narayana, Jaya Govinda Hare. Jaya Gopal Hare Narayana Narayana Jaya Govinda Hare Narayana Narayana Jaya Gopal Hare Shiva Shiva He Har Har He Narayana Hari Om Narayana Hari Om Shiva Shiva He Har Har He Narayana Hari Om Narayana Hari Om Shankar He Mahadev He Narayana Hari Om Narayana Hari Om Shankar He Mahadev He Narayana Hari Om Narayana Hari Om Paramatma Antaryami Paramatma Antaryami Paramatma Antaryami Paramatma Antaryami Narayana Hari Om Narayana Hari Om Narayana Hari Om Narayana Hari Om Shiva Shiva He Har Har He Narayana Hari Om Narayana Hari Om Shiva Shiva He Har Har He Narayana Hari Om Narayana Hari Om 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 Hari Om 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 Hari Om 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 Hari Om 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 Hari 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 Om Shanti.
Thank you, Kiran. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you so much. Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Om Shanti. We are now in a very meditative state, reaching in high clouds, high vibration. And we're going to get even in a more higher vibration now, welcoming Roberta Brown, who has served as an integrated medicine and healing touch program coordinator at the Greenwich Hospital. She's a passionate and committed to bringing awareness to self-care and mindful practice to support health and well-being. Everyone, let's welcome Roberta. Once again, I'd really like to thank Anila and Kiran Murjani for bringing us into a very, very meditative stage. It is a wonderful beginning and a wonderful start of the program. Thank you so much. Roberta, welcome. Om Shanti. Can't hear you. I can't hear you.
So I wanted to echo Janika's words, how beautiful your voices are. So thank you. And thank you, Janika, for asking me. I feel honored to guide you through this meditation. So would you like to put the light on, Janika?
Sure.
Thank you. So if you would like to mute yourselves so there won't be any extraneous noise during this meditation, to bring us to a place of centering and grounding in this moment. May I invite you to get comfortable in your chair as we begin to notice our physical bodies. Perhaps you've had a long day and you have thoughts going on in the mind. So here's a space for you to be gentle and kind and allowing any thoughts to come to simply pass like a cloud. And we bring our attention back to our breath. So there's several ways to anchor our awareness. And one is with sound, and another is with our breath. So allowing your body to rest comfortably, feeling the points of contact with the chair, with the earth. Just begin to notice if you have any tension in the body, in the shoulders or your neck or anywhere else in a joint or a muscle. And just see if you can allow the breath to expand to that part of your body so that you can release and let go of any tension so that you can have a deeper experience of relaxing. We're noticing our breath flowing in through the nostrils, filling up the ribs, the lungs, back and the sides and the front, perhaps letting the belly get big like a balloon. And then on the exhale, we release and let go all that stale air. So I invite you to take a few breaths in your own time. Seeing if you can just let go, to be fully present right here, right now. And then let your breath be natural with its natural rate and rhythm. And again, if thoughts come in, we're kind and gentle and non-judgmental to ourselves as we allow them to pass and then come back to the awareness of breath, like be an observer of your breath. And we open up the wisdom centers of our body, one being our palms, as we allow our palms to either rest on our lap or open to receive. Our feet connected to the earth, Mother Earth, as we feel her strength and nurturance. Our belly, where we have the Dantian, which is our fire, our source of energy in the body. So breathe into the belly, Dantian. And opening up the top of your head, opening up to source, to light, however you see that, something greater than you or I. And we allow that light to stream into the top crown of our head, down into the head, the brain, into the neck, into your heart, where it mingles with earth energy. So we breathe into this wisdom center of our heart. And we focus on care and our heart center to strengthen the vibration of unity and compassion in our world. Allow yourself to focus on your heart as if you can breathe right through the center of your chest, opening, allowing, deepening. And breathe in the feeling of love and appreciation you have for someone or something you care about. It can be a person, a pet, or it can even be a scene that's special to you. This heart energy increases the effectiveness of your care, focus, and heart intention. Feel your heart connecting with people across the planet who are broadcasting love and compassion into the energetic field to strengthen the vibration of unity and cooperation and reduce collective stress and suffering. Next, let's radiate collective love and compassion to help reduce the separation, fear, and divisiveness that's behind domestic terrorism. See people and leaders with different biases and beliefs coming together and cooperating to find new solutions. Now, let's radiate love and compassion to all people suffering from the pandemic, and especially to those who are grieving for people they have lost. And we hold in our hearts and remember Dadi Ji and give our gratitude and love and blessings for her service on this earthly plane. Now allow the vibration of the Tibetan singing bowl to wash in, around, and through you. we will close by asking your heart to direct some of this collective love from this heart care focus to specific areas of stress you may be feeling and to people that you love and care about. Gently begin to bring your awareness back to the room, back to your body, and back to your breath as you begin to wiggle your fingers and toes, coming back to the here and now, refreshed and relaxed and ready for the blessings to come. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Om Shanti. Om Shanti. Thank you, Roberta. That was amazing. Thank you. Om Shanti. With no further ado, we have our very, very wonderful special guest today from Los Angeles, Sister Vinu. Sister Vinu has been in this godly knowledge since childhood. She's a neuroscientist by profession and has dedicated her life to spiritual service with the Brahma Kumaris World Spiritual Organization. She's a resident teacher at the Los Angeles Center. Welcome, Sister Vinu. Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Om Shanti.
Thank you. So it's actually a free ride, a free trip to the East Coast without any tickets, without any cost. But definitely, it's a ride with love to see all of you. I was just observing everyone. You do have a lot of beautiful souls, Sister Jenica. Actually, it's the first time I'm seeing her, but I know her son very well, Kush. It was my first time actually meeting her. So thank you for inviting.
Welcome.
It's a special day today. It's the Shivratri day, and also how Sister Jenica connected the topic of purpose, inner light and purpose. So before I go into this topic, can I bring all of you into a meditation? Is that okay? Yes. So what I'm going to do is I will put the light on the screen so you have something to focus. If you feel it's comfortable for you to close your eyes, you're most welcome. Or if you feel that you would like to keep your eyes open and focus on the light, you're most welcome. But I will just guide you through a commentary, and then we'll go from there. Okay, so Sister Jenica, can you make me a co-host?
Honestly, I don't know how to do it. I'm so sorry. I haven't practiced that yet. I apologize.
No problem. If you go under the participant, if you click, and then if you see under Brahma Kumaris, that is a more.
Hold on 1 second. I think I'm pressing the wrong buttons here. Participants, okay.
And then you see, if you move the cursor to me, Brahma Kumari, you see more.
Yes.
Okay, you click that and you say make co-host.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you click,
It says change host. Do I click that?
no, make co-host.
Okay, hold on. More and then make co-host. Okay, I did that. And then it says change host on my thing.
Yeah, make me a co-host.
Okay, it only gives me two options. One says cancel and one says change host.
Oh,
So if
okay.
I change host, I might get out of it. I made the same mistake the last time.
Okay, then that's okay, leave it.
So sorry, I'm going to learn that next time. I apologize.
No problem.
I believe that you can just click share screen. You want to share your screen, right?
Oh,
She
okay.
wants to be the co-host.
Yes,
But
okay, I can share the screen.
yes,
You see? Okay,
yes,
perfect. I wasn't sure if I could. Thank you.
you're welcome.
Thank you, Roberta.
Sure.
So I'm going to guide you into a meditation and then we can take it from there. Let me sit back, keeping this body comfortable. And just for a few moments, let me bring my focus to within myself. And let me rewind back my life, going back to the days of my childhood. Now visualize in your mind those souls who lived with you in your childhood. Maybe your parents, or your siblings, or your guardians. Just for a few moments, visualize them in your mind. And as you look at them, ask yourself this question: what did you learn from them? You may have sweet memories with them, and there may be some not sweet memories. But even then, what did they teach you? Now let's move a little forward. When you started school, you met new friends, teachers. What did they teach you? And now moving a little more forward. When you started your job, when you started your family, you met new colleagues, or you met your spouse, your in-laws family. What did they teach you? Now let's move a little more forward. If you have moved to a different city or to a different country, you move to a new environment or a new culture, what did that feel like? And now coming back to the present, having looked at your whole life, experiences, What do you think about yourself now? Do you think those experiences made you more mature or more patient or more understanding? Are you proud to be who you are today? Those challenges that you experienced in your past, at that time, it could have felt difficult. But now, as you look back, you did face it. You did pass it. And you did learn something. And now, in today's session, today I'm going to learn how can I fully use those experiences that I gained in my life. Om Shanti. Om
Thank you.
Shanti.
Om Shanti. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Sister Veeni.
Did you experience anything? Anyone?
I got goosebumps.
Goosebumps?
Yeah.
Okay. Anyone else?
I feel like we're so fortunate. We're such fortunate people to be around the company of beautiful souls. We're constantly receiving and receiving and receiving and learning from each other experiences of life. And I just feel so fortunate today to be able to receive from divine and from everyone that's around the Zoom today. I felt the presence of love, harmony, and togetherness and unity. That's what I felt today.
Anyone else would like to share?
Through the journey, I felt I have learned a lot, and I'm in a very different place than when I started. Yes, I went through hardships, but it made me stronger, and I kept learning throughout, tough as it was. So I feel I'm in a wonderful place today, thanks to all my experiences so far.
Very nice.
I wish that we shared our hardships so that we could learn from one another more. I think that we tend to try to keep it all personal. And I think that we all have experiences of ups and downs. And here, at least, we're so culturally brought up to focus on the positive that we could share so much strength by sharing our difficulties with others, particularly who are having problems. And the meditation really made me think about sharing.
Actually, all of us have a lot of wisdom, whether we acquired through our experiences, or we acquired through listening to people. But definitely we have a lot of wisdom within us. And now, there is a saying that, whenever we have, we keep a determination or a willpower to do something, maybe some of us, we strive towards it and we achieve it. And maybe some of us, sometimes that enthusiasm weakens, and then eventually we start giving up, or we even forget about it, thinking that it is hard to achieve. There is a saying. It says that the spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak. Have you heard that saying? It's actually a quote. It says the spirit is willing, the flesh is weak. It means that, all of you shared that you have a lot of experiences, whether it's hardships, whether it is success. Now let me ask you another question. How many lives do you think you are living in this one birth?
Tough question.
How many lives are you living in this one birth, in this one lifetime? One is, maybe some of you are working, so you have your professional life. You may have your family life, your social life. Some of you could also be in some spiritual groups. You have your spiritual life. And out of all of these lives, the roles that we are playing, there is one important life and one important role that we probably have given the least attention. My inner life. Probably through our parents, or through community, or through education, we've learned to always thrive for success, work hard for success, or if we think about us first, sometimes we are saying, oh, that is very selfish. You shouldn't think about yourself as you should think about your sibling, you should think about others. And maybe as a parent, especially mothers, fathers, we are probably taught to sacrifice for the family. Families first. My interest, or my passion, or my likes and dislikes are second, or probably not as important. So, we have been probably taught that way. Maybe very few of us are taught to be more reflective and more focused in the self. The majority, we are always taught to look outside, to focus outside. And so that is why we get so much into role plays, duties, responsibilities, and we always feel we need to match ourselves up to the expectations of many souls. Even though sometimes we may tell, no, I don't want to, I don't care what people expect out of me, I will do what I want to do. But then when people don't agree to me, then I lose ties. Right? We say my way or the freeway. Right? So I really do care actually, but I don't want to show. Then ego comes into play. Right? So all of this, trying to meet expectations, trying to please others, it only means one thing, that I have an unbalanced inner life. I have an inner life that is, there is a emptiness, a yearning that is trying to fill itself from others, from fame, right? From success, from fame, wanting to be respected, accepted by others. So that is why we are always thriving outside. Right? And we are also probably trained to think that, you know, when you're a small child, um, when your parents, see that you do well in the exam, they praise you, they give you gifts, they speak highly about you to their neighbors, to their friends. You know, my child, I did like this, or, aced the paper in school. But probably very less of us could have been praised for our character, internal character, not so much for the achievements. So we are already trained to think that only when I succeed, I'll be happy. Do you think so? Do you think so? That only when I achieve something noteworthy, that I can be happy. But throughout the entire process of working towards achieving it, I could have suffered, I could have gone through hardships, but others may not see that. Others may not see ups and downs that I've gone through in that process. They probably only wait to see the end result. And imagine if when you actually succeed, but there's no one to say you did a good job, what would you feel? What would you feel if you made it, nobody's there to praise, nobody's there to say, it's an excellent job. Yeah, outwardly we say, well, it doesn't matter if anyone doesn't praise me, at least I'm happy. But really, am I really happy? Right? So I think it's high time we turn the equation. It's not that success that makes me happy, but it's only when I'm happy, I will always be successful. And my idea of success now will change. It is no longer an external achievement, but even if I could be internally stable amidst of any turmoil, even amidst of not able to achieve something, but I'm still stable, that is really a huge success for the soul. Huge. Because that state of mind stays permanently in that soul. Right? Success, name, fame comes and go. But once I create that stability in my mind, it stays with me permanently. Right? So when we talk about purpose, when we talk about, awakening the light, awakening the purpose within, really, the whole idea of meeting my purpose is the soul's is going through that journey of reaching home. Do you know what that feels like, to reach home? Not physical home, but the soul to feel it has arrived at home means the soul is living its full potential. It's going back to its origin. Going back to the origin of the soul means to arrive home. Right? We could be probably aiming to get a job or money or car, but behind that, really, the yearning for the soul is to be happy. The yearning for the soul is to experience peace, right? That's why purpose is actually very subtle, that you can't articulate. Purpose is very, very subtle. So when I ask myself, what is my purpose? I have to also go deep. I cannot be superficial. I may have certain ideas of external success that I would like to see. But beyond that, my actual purpose is actually very, very subtle. And that is now one way of finding out that purpose is that when I connect to my conscience, inner voice. You know, there is one aspect of physical education that has taught us is morality, right? Morality, we learned. Morality have taught us to always look anything in two sides, right, wrong, black, white. And morality is teaching us to use common sense. But let me ask you this, how common is common sense? Do you think it's common? Country to country, common sense changes. You know, coming from Malaysia, I'm actually from Malaysia, so I come from a very multicultural background. Malaysia is an Islamic country. So I studied in an Islam school, in a Muslim school. So, you know, Quran was part of our studies. And a lot of my childhood friends were Chinese. So I learned a little bit of Chinese from my friends, Cantonese and Mandarin. And of course, my family, they follow Hinduism. So it's just a mixture of all the different cultures is what I was exposed to when I was growing up. And I remember when I used to visit my Chinese friends' homes during Chinese New Year, I always just observe their culture. I like to observe people and their traditions and practices. And I always see that when they eat food, they will always leave a few chunks behind on their plates. And I used to think probably, you know, maybe they are full. But I saw that same pattern in all their plates. Everybody will leave a little behind. So one time I just, you know, I was hesitant. I asked my friend, why does everyone in your family or whoever comes to your house, they eat and then they always leave something behind? They say, oh, it is our custom. They say that if you, no matter how much you like that food, if you really like that food, you should never finish your plate. You should always keep something behind. It is a sign to show the host that they have fed you full. If you finish your plate, that means they didn't feed you full. And different culture has different ideas. Maybe in our culture, we say you should never waste food, right? So culture to culture, common sense, everything changes, family to family. So we cannot really depend fully on morality either, right? It's a black and white world. Coming to spirituality, spirituality is teaching us another aspect, which is virtues. And virtues has no right or wrong aspect. Virtues teaches acceptance. It is what it is. Things are as they are. People are as they are. But how am I going to deal with it? How am I going to face? How am I going to perceive them? How I'm going to lead my life? That's what virtues teaches. So there's so much knowledge that we are probably struggling in our intellect. And then coming to the spirituality, it feels as if whatever I've learned before, everything becoming immaterial because I'm being taught to just feel equal for everyone, to treat everyone equally, and to have compassion to everyone, even if I have some XYZ issues with them. Right? So now comes here, the real question is, what is my purpose? Means, am I following my inner conscience? First question. Second question is, if I'm not sure, or if I'm not following my inner conscience, then how is my life leading into? So that is where now I'm connecting with Shivratri, right? We say it's, Shivratri always happens on the day when it's no moon day, right? Full, it's a no moon day, complete darkness. And symbolically, that also shows the energy in the atmosphere right now. Uproar, negative. Everyone is in their extreme, vices, or everything is coming out in every soul. Even nature, we see a lot of turmoil even in the nature. So then, who is going to fix who? Who's going to help who? So this is where we need another being who is not involved in any of these dramas, any of these karmas, any of these dramas, and whose energy is not depleted, who is forever full and pure. We need that external energy to pull us out. It's like we are in a quicksand. You know what a quicksand is? All of us are stuck in a quicksand. Who's going to pull out who? Someone who's standing outside is the only one who can pull us out. And that is God. You may call God, or you may call the Supreme Light, or the Creator, however you may term. And I personally, I like to use the word Baba. Baba really means Father, in a very loving way, in a very, very dear way. Because I would like to see God on a very personal terms with me, in a very intimate relationship with me. So I would like to call God as Baba. It's a very, very sweet word, actually. And Shiva, it's actually a Sanskrit word, but literally Shiva means benefactor. Shiva means the seed, the benefactor that brings benefit to every soul. So when the next time you hear the word Shiva, it refers to the virtue, tendency of the Supreme Being, to have such a benevolent side to bring benefit to everyone. So I'm going to use the term Baba. So now you are clear. When I say Baba, I'm referring to the Supreme Light. So connecting with Baba and connecting with myself, with my inner self and my inner conscience, then you will truly be able to identify your purpose. If not, my purpose will always just be superficial or external. But what truly, truly the soul wants, the soul has to go internal and subtle. Is there any questions? Mr. Janika?
Sister Vinu, when you said relationships with God, right? So you can have many kind of relationships with God, correct? Not
Yes.
just Father.
Yes.
You can have a relationship with God as mother. You can call God Mary Mata or Mary Ma or something, my mother, right? Or it can be any relationship, correct?
Yes.
Thank you.
It's like us, in this lifetime. Remember, I asked how many lives you have. You could be a mother, you're a daughter, you're a friend. You play so many roles with different souls, but you're just one being, but just playing different facets. So in the same sense, it's the soul that's playing many roles, right? And all roles have love, but the love from a mother could be slightly different than the love from a father. The love from the mother can be a little more nurturing. The love from the father can be a little more maybe disciplined. But love is still love, but it's just that different variety to that love. And as a human soul, we want to experience all the different forms of love. Love from a father, mother, spouse, child, friend. The soul yearns for that. So then Baba, God is also there to fulfill all these variety types of love.
Sister Vinu, I just want to interrupt for a second. This is a light that I want to share with each and every one on Shiv, because I believe some of the souls are going to leave at 7 o'clock. But this is a light that I want to share with each and every soul today. Happy Shivratri. And I made some prasad for everyone virtually with their names on it. Happy Shivratri to everyone. May the light be shared to each and every one of you, and a prasad, doli and blessings to each and every one of you, because Sister Vino is in LA and she can't give you the doli and blessings, but from our home to your home. Happy Shivratri. Sorry, I just had to interrupt you for that.
I can give you this flower.
Yep, flowers from here too.
Flower.
Each and every one of you, happy Shivratri. Just in case some of them leave, I just wanted to share the doli with them. Thank you, Sister Vino.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you, sister. Thank you, Janika.
Thank you, thank you.
Thank you.
Each and every
Thank
one of you, the doli is in your name today. All in.
Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, Shanti.
Thank you. So
So I have a question. What I sometimes when you said about you have so many different lives, depending of the relationships and everything, and sometimes when you are in that point when you lose your own life because you are engaged with so many lives.
I find it
sometimes
you take the fun of taking him for a walk is even Jen Morgan. Yeah, I see your dad walking sometimes. Too.
sorry, can somebody mute
Yeah.
themselves?
Does he like dogs? Yeah.
Sorry about that.
Yeah. So sometimes when you are in this all relationships with other people, you can basically lost your own inner life, and you feel like whatever you learned through your whole life to that point today means nothing. And it's very hard to go out from this place. And sometimes it's overwhelming, like you don't know what to do. Even if you have relationship with God, it just, you cannot find this connection again.
Yeah.
Have you experienced that, and how with other people or some people, and can you have any advice to that situations?
So what the reason why, when I'm unable to connect with the light is because I have suppressed myself for such a long time. There is just so much pent up emotions, energy within me. Sometimes we could feel very numb.
Mm-hmm.
The feeling of numbness. Nothing matters anymore. Everything seems superficial, and you feel like you need a break, or probably you may feel like your life is going on like robot, like routine. There's no feeling of energy or emotion anymore. Sometimes we can come to that point. And then how can I pick up myself when I see myself in this stage? Is one, give yourself a break. And sometimes, even if you, like example, you ask yourself, what do you want to have right now? You want to eat an ice cream? Okay, let's do it. You want to go somewhere? Okay, just take the car and go. Rather than giving myself reasoning why I cannot do this, why I cannot do that, I'm gonna allow myself today. Today it's me day. I'm gonna do whatever I feel like doing, even if I think it's absurd or my people around me feel it's absurd. But I need to do it for my sanity. I really want to do it for my sanity. I want to show myself that I actually truly care and love myself. And if that means by just fulfilling all these little needs, then so be it. I want to be, I want to feel alive.
Mhm.
You understand what I mean? I want to feel alive. I don't want to keep suppressing, giving excuses, people, or just different reasons, and then shut myself down. The more and more I do, what's the dangerous part is you will no longer be able to even hear your inner voice. You will no longer be able to hear because I have already closed it for so long that I don't know. I go into a confused mode. I go into a numb mode, which is very dangerous because those stages can lead me to depression, actually. And I don't want to be there. I don't want to end up being there. And so give yourself that break, that whatever vacation you want. Just spend more time with you listening. If you feel you want to, go anywhere, do something, then do it. And you'll feel better, actually. To be honest, you will feel better. And when you are alive, you are alive and you feel better, you can even help your family too, actually. When you advance, people around you will start advancing also.
Mhm.
It's a vibrational relationship, actually. But when you go down, everyone else will sink also.
Mhm. So another question I have, like when you have a contact with so many people that have low energy, or they bring to this energy because I want to help them, but they have so much negativity, how I can protect myself not to get that negativity.
Okay.
So because maybe sometimes when you're in that dark place, it can happen because you brought a lot of people who needs your help, you give your light, and then you feel like you didn't protect yourself enough, and you start to be vulnerable, and you try to getting this energy to yourself.
Okay. This is, I think, it's quite common for all of us because we do have a beautiful nature of wanting to help. But sometimes we also get stuck because we are not strong enough. And I'll just give you an example what I do here. Living here in the center, we get a lot of phone calls throughout the day, a lot of phone calls. And people, they want to vent out, they want to share, they want help, they're going through depression, or someone in their family committed suicide or death, just so many reasons, or business failure. So just so many emotions are pouring in, day in, day out. We get so many phone calls. I used to have that idea, okay, I want to help them. So let me answer the phone call, let me talk to them. But at the end of the day, I feel very drained. I feel so tired. I feel so drained. And so what I decided was, and this is what I usually do, most of the time here, we wake up early morning for our meditation. I wake up around 3:30 in the morning, and our morning meditation lasts till 5 a.m. Then after that, we have our other classes or meditation classes, then begins later. When I wake up in the morning, and then I check myself, actually, how am I feeling today, or at least how am I feeling at that moment. If I feel low, if I feel like I need some break, I need to empower myself, then what I do is I put those calls on hold. I will get back to them later, but right now I don't think I'm able to, face it. So I give myself that break. It goes to voicemail, then let it be. I give myself that break. I go for a walk. I do some exercises. I sit in in our meditation room here, spend some time. And when I feel okay, I'm okay now. I feel better now. Then I'll go back and I'll answer them. And some days I feel absolutely fine. I feel I'm okay, I'm good. Then I will answer those phone calls. But one thing I don't answer is when I'm cooking. When I am cooking, even if the phone is ringing, I will not answer. But if it is really urgent, I will stop my cooking. I'll answer the call and then I'll continue cooking. No phone calls during cooking. It's very, very detrimental. So
Thank you.
no phone calls at night, no phone calls during cooking, and definitely no phone calls early morning. No, I don't answer, I don't reply, because that's my time. I invest that time on me. And that's when then I can, deal with a lot of souls. I can be of help to so many souls. So you really need to have a discipline on, throughout the day, give yourself your time. This time to this time is you, whatever you feel like doing. You want to go for some, do some your passionate activities, your hobbies, or meditation, whatever it is, you need to have your time throughout the day somewhere, Then after that, you have the time for others. So you need, when you keep that balance, you will be happy because you are happy within, and you'll also feel happy because you could help others.
Sister, I have a question. You talked about reaching a point of being numb and confused. And I feel that forever I've been connecting with the Supreme Soul God in different ways, with singing his praises, with attending religious meetings, and always looking for answers into the mysteries of the spiritual world and all that. And I have come to a point where I'm totally turned off. I cannot turn myself on again. And it makes me feel very guilty. And in my inner world, I speak to God, because although I'm turned off, I know that he's the only one I can turn to. And I say, please, please bring me back into your fold. Why am I feeling these feelings? Why am I not in a receiving mode anymore? Why have I changed so much? And that bothers me a whole lot. And I don't know how to come out of that.
So whatever that you are experiencing right now, give yourself circumstances I think you can use them. Okay. So what happens in that scenario? We oftentimes we ask a lot of this why, what question, but the more coming coming from a scientific person, scientific brain myself. When I first came here to US, I've been here staying in the center here for about 16 plus years. And I have been with this Brahma Kumari since I was 3 years old from Malaysia. So coming from a scientific field, I'm quite analytical. My mind is quite analytical. And when I came here, the senior that I live with is Sister Geeta. She's very simple-minded. And here I am very analytical, very scientific-minded. So oftentimes I would ask her, like, why? A lot of questions, everything she would say, I would ask why. And I remember every time she would say, Vino, don't ask why. You yourself think. If I give you all the answers, you will not understand. So you yourself find out. And one thing I realized is, the more I kept asking why, the less and less my mind is at rest to focus, actually, because I'm probably trying to find the answer that I want, but I'm neglecting to understand an answer that's right on my face. And so then I actually stopped asking myself question why. I started feeling, well, why not? I'm feeling this way because of something. But you know what? It's okay. I accept. I admit. And I will tell you one secret that that actually really helped me is that when I created a purpose for me, like example, for me personally, my purpose in life is stability. I would like to have such a stable mind that when something goes right, I don't want to be up. When something goes the other way, I don't want to be down. I just want to be like this. Not too excited, not too disappointed, just acceptance. Okay, go on, go on. And I enjoy that feeling of stability. Keeps me very grounded, but also keep me going forward, no matter what happens. And so what I realized was that was what I was wanting to always see or experience. And when I'm not able to experience that, I feel very agitated. Sometimes I started comparing myself with others that I felt are doing very good. And I feel if they are, look at them, they are in such a wonderful space. And here I am in such a tug of war. And then I said, well, this is my purpose, stability. And so I know for sure that I'm getting there. I know for sure all of these, whatever challenges I'm facing, I don't want to use karma. You know, we sometimes misuse the word karma actually. We sometimes feel karma is like fate. All these are happening is because of my karma. What can I do? I'm probably experiencing something I've done past. No, we don't want to use karma in that negative way. Let us use the word test paper. This is a test I'm facing right now. Even though at this moment I am weak, even though at this moment I may not have the ability to face this test paper, but this moment is actually teaching me. I'm learning little by little, and I absolutely am convinced and I know for sure that these little tests are making me stronger. These test papers are making me stronger. What you are feeling right now is, you know, this mixed charity, this feelings of sort of given up or sort of having this, will I ever reach the end of the tunnel? Right? But let me ask you, what is the end of the tunnel you want to reach? That's the question.
I want to go back to my earlier feeling of longing and devotion and connection with the Supreme Soul that I used to have, but I cannot feel it anymore. I am numb. And I don't know if this is the right term to use, but it's like I'm turned off. Yeah. And that leads me to a guilty feeling. And I keep trying to push myself back into it. And I am lost. Yes, that is the word. I am lost.
And also another word you use, guilt.
Yes, yes.
Very, very heavy dose for the soul. Really, really, it will never help you to come out or go anywhere or to advance, really. Instead of saying that I'm guilty or why am I like this, I tell to myself, okay, I accept. This is what I'm feeling. I accept. I'm becoming stronger. The situation is teaching me something, but I know God is watching me. I know God is protecting me. So, you know, when we say, when we are talking to God, when God is my Father, or my parent, or whichever relationship that's very dear to my heart, and I keep God in that role, don't you think relationship is two ways? You reaching out to God, but also God has to reach out to you.
Yes.
So then now you tell, okay, God, I want to reach out to you, but I'm feeling this way now. But I know you are watching me. You reach out to me. You show me the way. I'm open. I'm willing. I'm ready to do whatever you're telling me to do. But you reach out to me and you help me.
Yes.
And the more and more you tell that, and you have a deep, deep conviction that yes, somewhere or another help will come, guidance will come, because God is watching me, supporting me. I know I'm safe. I know I'm protected. I'm in the right way, and I'm ready to do what God wants me to do. Right?
Thank you, sister. Thank you.
Help will come your way.
I just have been living with this for some time, and I feel like I'm never in a receiving mode, although I'm going through the motions of attending everything. I'm not receiving it. I'm not accepting it. Why am I turned off? So I do pray for grace, and I do say, God, I reach out to you, please lift me up from this hole, But it's a up and down story with me, and I'm not able to get back to that original enthusiasm that I had, that original passion that I had. It was a real passion. And
let me tell you another secret. You will not go back to your original self. You will go to a better self.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, because that's what I want, but I'm not able to.
Don't aim to go back to what you knew or who you were before. In fact, this whole journey is bringing you at a better space. You will not go back to your original self, but you'll definitely end up being something better than your original self, for sure. 200% guarantee.
Thank you, sister. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank
Nina,
you very much.
Nina, Shivratri Day, tomorrow morning, you're going to be a different person. Trust me, you will.
Thank you, Janica.
Thank you. I promise you, you will. You will.
You brought me to your sister who answered my questions, so I can't thank you enough.
This is God's way of helping you.
Yes, actually, I'm led to it. I know that. I realize in my mind that I am led to my many things that I have craved and wanted. But again, like I said, I'm up and down, back and forth.
I just have to say one thing. We are all soulfully connected. Each and every one of us are all soulfully connected. That's why we're here to learn from each other.
Yes, yes.
So Sister Vinu has another session actually in Los Angeles, and she's extended her time for us today. But again, we're going to call her back for chapter 2. Definitely.
Sure.
Vinu.
Sure.
We are
forward to it.
come back because I still have a lot of questions actually to ask you in my mind, but I'm going to keep it for the next section. So to wrap it up for tonight, I want to thank each and every one of you to please enjoy this wonderful moment, this wonderful time. It's Shivratri. Tomorrow is a new morning. It's an awakening of a new soul. And with the enormous amount of wisdom she's given us today, and the songs from Anila, from Kiran, from Roberta, and a package deal, here we are. Gratitude, gratitude, forever grateful to God for each and everything. Before we end, can we have a moment of parting meditation from you for a minute or two, if that's okay? Thank you.
So I will put the picture in the screen. So let me sit back comfortably. If I'm physically holding anything, let me keep everything aside. Let's just sit very freely. Bring your focus to the center of your forehead, to within yourself. And let me ask myself, what did I learn today? I heard a lot today, or shared a lot. What did I truly learn? What is it that I would like to remind myself from now on, so I can be a better person every day? From this moment, I am taking a determined thought to fully care and listen to my inner child. I am promising the child inside of me that from now on, I'll be a better mother to my own self. I will listen to my needs. I will listen to my feelings. And I will be present with me. This is the promise that I can give to my inner child. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti.
Om Shanti.
Shanti.
Om Shanti.
Om Shanti.
Thank you, Sister Vinu. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Om Shanti. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Thank you. That was lovely.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone. Happy
Thank you.
Shivratri to all of you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Om Shanti.
Thank you, Janika.
Om
Thank you.